Good morning, beautiful souls. How are you? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jade. I'm the founder of Soul Searchers, and we do this live every Tuesday and Thursday morning just to kind of get a morning message from our guides, see what's going on, maybe some things we should pay attention to, and kind of just hang out and chat and talk to each other. Well, however we can right now since, quarantine. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get some music on so it's not just silent in the background, and get this live shared so we can get a few more people on here. Then I will start shuffling, do a reading for the collective, probably some individual readings. If you have any questions as I go through the cards for people, please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions. And if it's something a little more personal, you're always welcome to message the Soul Searchers Facebook page, and I will receive that message and respond. I like answering questions, so whatever you have, go ahead, shoot. Let's get situated. There's that part. And the music is on. Okay. And if you're watching the replay, just a reminder, comment #replay. And if you have any questions as well, even though you're not, here for the live, you're more than welcome to ask questions in the comments or via messenger. I will always respond. It might not be right away, but I will respond. Okay. I got my tea this morning. Good morning, Angelique. How are you? Oh, I had a song I wanted to tell you about that I was listening to it, and I was like, I need to tell Angelique about this song. I'll tell you in just a second. I just have to share our live here really quick on my personal page. There we go. I love having the iPad. It makes it so much easier to share while I'm doing stuff on my computer. Okay, there's a song. It's called Break the Shell. And let me see who it's by. But I was listening to it, Angelique, and something came in my head and was like, I need to tell you about it. So I think you would like it. Give me 1 second. If I can find it. India Ari, who has a beautiful, absolutely beautiful voice. But the song is called Break the Shell by India Ari. And I think you would really like it. So I really felt like I had to tell you about it. And I'm good. A lot more awake today. Feeling super energized, ready to go. Living my best life. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling for the collective. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so our first card for the collective is going to come from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And I've listened to it today. Yes, so I don't know if you've heard any other music from India Ari, but she just has a beautiful voice. And I've been listening to some more of her songs recently, and they're really good. Like, some of them are kind of emotional, I'm not going to lie, but very good songs. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Oh, I'm going to be your business advisor, Angelique. Perfect. Okay. Let me get myself up there first, and then we'll talk. All right. What does the collective need to hear this morning? Wombat Spirit. Sheila, I am good. I'm feeling very energized today. I have this nice little candle. It's eucalyptus and mint. I think it's from Bath and Body Works. I'm not really sure. Maybe. I don't know. It says White Barn on it. I guess that's like the brand. But it smells amazing, and it's just very calming but uplifting at the same time. Highly recommend. Ready? Yes. Okay, so Wombat spirit, be at home. It's not like we have much of a choice right now with quarantine still going on, but I think what this is more referring to is internally and, mentally, emotionally, be at home, be at peace, be, in that circle of comfort for yourself. Not necessarily, don't leave the house, because, I mean, if you have to get groceries and stuff, like, obviously you're going to leave the house. But also, being at home within yourself, feeling comfortable in who you are and the people you surround yourself with and what you spend your time doing, no matter what that is, where that is, whatever the case may be. But really feeling at home within any situation because you're at home within yourself and at peace. And it's not, always easy. We have our insecurities. We are human beings. Sometimes we just really aren't feeling ourselves, and that's okay. Shit happens. I go through that too. But particularly today, our guides, spirit source, angels, archangels, etc., whatever you choose to believe in, the universal energy, they want you to know to really be at home with yourself and understand that you are love and you are perfect just the way you were made. Now, that being said, obviously, there's always room for everyone to grow mentally, emotionally, etc. But that doesn't mean that you still weren't made to be exactly who you are in this moment. Because as we go through life, we're going through different phases, and not only physically, but as spiritual beings as well. So we may not always be comfortable, but when we're uncomfortable, it encourages us to change and grow and to be a better version of ourselves. But that's not the point of this card. The point of this card in particular is to be at home with yourself, with those you surround yourself with, no matter where you are at, and know that you are loved and you are perfect just the way that you are. So, Wombat Spirit. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. If you guys need further clarification, please let me know. I'm going to drink some more tea. I got tea this morning, guys, because I figure coffee might be pushing me over the edge as far as energy goes. Didn't want to be bouncing off the walls. Okay, let's see. All right, what is our next card? I wish I could play some of that music on here, Angelique, so that I could excuse me, my nose itches, so that I could share it with everybody. But there's a thing where if you're playing music in the background of your video and it's copyrighted music, they take your videos down. So even if I wanted to share all this awesome music, I can't do it. I have to have non-copyrighted chill music. It's kind of sad sometimes, but okay, let's see. I gotta focus. I'm still hearing the song in my head, singing to myself. And I would sing it to you, but I don't want to break anyone's eardrums. I can't carry a tune to save my life. Okay, what else does the collective need to hear this morning? All right, so our next card for the collective is going to be coming from the Emily Aarons Angels in Your Biz Oracle deck, which is kind of geared towards entrepreneurs, but is not solely for entrepreneurs. It is honestly for anyone who is working at all or in any career field. Good morning, Dory. How are you? All right, let's see. Hi, Amanda. Good morning. There's no such thing as late. Time is relevant. Also awake, Dory. I'm feeling actually pretty energized this morning. Ready to get reading for the collective. If you missed it, our first card was the Wombat Spirit from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, which basically just be at home, but be at home within yourself and, with those who are around you and, where you spend your time to really feel at home within yourself and at peace, knowing that you are exactly who you're meant to be. And of course, physically, we're all at home right now because quarantine, but that's neither here nor there. All right. What else does the collective need to hear this morning? All right. So for my entrepreneurs out there, your card from the Emily Aarons Angels in Your Biz deck for the day is launch. Now is the time. Now is the time to take those ideas that you've been working on and put them out there. If you've been looking at doing an online course, if you've been looking at like teaching people, if you've been looking at creating your own business, store, whatever the case may be, now is the time to take those ideas and put them into action. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Put them into action and just launch your business, launch your program, launch your idea, and understand that a lot of times we become very like perfectiony. That's not even a word. We turn into perfectionists when it comes to our businesses and our online courses and our programs that we want to put out there, right? And we nitpick and everything needs to be specific, and we have to make sure it's 100% right and that is the exact information, and we feel like there always needs to be more and more and more. But what we're not realizing is that it's more than enough for the people that need it right now, right? This was a huge thing for me when I started. I was like, I have to have everything ready. Everything has to be perfect. It needs to be, exactly right, X, Y, Z. And that's not necessarily the case. It doesn't always have to be perfect from your eyes, because if we tried to make everything perfect from our own eyes, then we would never launch. We would never get our business out there. We would never start, right? It's perfect for exactly who needs it at exactly this right moment. So, for my entrepreneurs out there, it is time to launch. And for those of you who are not entrepreneurs, who are not starting businesses or online courses or anything like that, this is kind of more geared towards like, take that step that you've been waiting on. Take that leap of faith and do what it is that you feel is right as the next step in your career, whatever your career is, whatever field it's in, and just trust that it is the right move for you and that you are going to be supported. I think that's the easiest way to say that. So again, second card for the collective is launch. Now is the time to do it. Make those moves. Put your courses out there. Take that next step in your career and know that it is the right step for you, and now is the right time. So I hope that makes sense. Listen, Spirit, chill out with the bold messages. Oh, goodness. Amanda, I wish I could tell them that and they would actually do it, but let's be real. They give us what we need, not necessarily what we want. And I want you to know that this card just jumped out, and I think it's for you. It is breakthrough. Keep going. So I feel like you've had some breakthroughs lately, like emotionally, spiritually, not financially, but I'm feeling like money, but it's not like physical money. I don't know how to explain it. But anywho, whatever you're doing right now is the right thing that you're supposed to be doing, and to keep doing it. I don't know if that's within your business or whatever career field you're currently in, but that literally just jumped out as I was trying to shuffle these and put them away. So there's that, my dear. Okay. Da-da-da. Dory, Amanda, immediately thought of you. Ooh, are you launching something new? Tell me about it. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to do another one for the collective? Finally took a leap into making my own spiritual product line. Oh, awesome. Okay, so that was 100% for you then. I knew it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I keep feeling this deck. So we'll do one more for the collective from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. And then I'll do some individual card pulls. Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys what decks I have first, so you can, if you would like a card, you know which decks are available if you have a preference. So we have our Starseed Oracle deck. Oops. Okay. Our Work Your Light Oracle deck. The Spirit Animal Oracle deck, which is what our first card came from. We have the Emily Aarons Angels in Your Biz deck, which is what those last two cards were from. We have the Super Attractor deck, Saints and Angels, Archangel Gabriel. I know this is a long list, guys. And the Angels and Ancestors, as well as the Keepers of the Light, which I'm about to pull a card from. So if you want a card and you have a preference on which deck it comes from, whenever you comment to say you want a card, just let me know. Or I can pull whatever I'm drawn to, whatever feels right, and we can go from there. I'm getting blurry again. Okay. All right, so our next card for the collective. Let's see what we got. What do we have for the collective? What else do they need to hear this morning? Ooh, okay. Cool. I guess we're going with that one. Okay, so I think we're having a theme again, guys. I feel like every time I pull for the collective, every card I pull, they all go together. But the next card for the collective is Diana, Focused Intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. So when you are launching, if you're an entrepreneur or taking that next step in your career, because as we established with our last card that the time is right now, whenever you're doing that, do it with focused intention, right? We like to take inspired actions based on our intuition, based on what feels right, what we are being guided towards. But sometimes we lose our focus. And again, like I said, we start hyper-focusing on all those little details, right? And we trip ourselves up, or we essentially hold ourselves back from taking those steps forward that we need to be taking. Also, with this particular card, Diana, who is, look how beautiful she is, by the way. I just love these cards. They're new, and I'm kind of obsessed with them. When you're launching, or when you're coming up with these business ideas, or when you are doing your own personal growth to be at home within yourself, as with our first card, the Wombat Spirit, think about your best possible life, your dream life, essentially, and know that no matter like how big it is, it's still not big enough. You deserve everything, and the more you envision it as like your highest self, your best life, all of those things, those best possible outcomes, they're going to start coming to you, okay? Because you're manifesting them. Good morning, Elena. So, sorry, I'm getting everything and trying to put it into words, and it's kind of hard sometimes. Great. So to summarize, sorry guys, let me drink a little bit of tea right now. I'm like getting a lot of information and trying to put it into normal people words. And words are hard, especially in the morning. But to summarize with this card, obviously it relates to the other two cards were pulled, but as you're taking those steps forward, as you're working on yourself, as you are envisioning your best life and, you know, trying to become the best and highest version of yourself, stay focused on, you know, each step individually as you go. Don't hyper focus on the details. Don't stress yourself out or overanalyze. just know that you are taking the steps that you need to be taking to reach that best possible outcome. Okay. And inspired action, I keep hearing inspired action, is better than random action. Okay. So inspired action is like when you get an intuitive hit, when you're just like, I know something, like I know this, but I don't know how I know it. I'm just going to do it. That's your intuition. Okay. When you're just being pulled towards something, then that's what you need to go with. Not just randomly like, well, this sounds good, that sounds good, whatever. Okay, now granted, random action will sometimes get you where you need to go, but not always. So inspired action is the way. And focus those intentions on where you want to be, who you want to be, and just start living in that life. Start living as that version of yourself, and it will start to come to you. It's all about manifestation and manifesting these things into your life. So that was the third card for the collective. Diana. Okay. Wow, I just got really hot all of a sudden. Okay. Good morning, Amanda. All right, let's see. Okay, I got a couple people. So, so first is Angelique. Actually, I'm going to write this down so I don't miss anybody as I'm going through these comments. Let me grab a pen 1 second, guys. This one will do. All right. Angelique. Okay. And then Sheila. Perfect. All right. Okay. Oh, Elena, you said, ooh, what you got? Oh, card decks. Did you not see? I can redo them. I have like a plethora. So if anybody would like a card, I am now taking requests for individual card readings. Sorry, you know when you're like trying to say something and you have it all, but it's coming in too fast, and then you're like trying to say it and you get tongue-tied? I swear I do that all day, every day. So, all right, we have the Starseed Oracle, the Work Your Light Oracle, the Spirit Animal Oracle, the Super Attractor Oracle, the Emily Aarons Angels in Your Biz for my entrepreneurs and anybody who's looking for career insight. Then we have the Saints and Angels, Archangel Gabriel, Angels and Ancestors, and Keepers of the Light. I think that's all of them. So if you have a preference, let me know. Okay. Selena, you are on the list. And Amanda. Awesome sauce. Okay. All right. So far, no one has a preference, which is cool. All right. First, Angelique. Okay. Angelique, are you still here, my dear? I'm sure you are, but I always ask. You know me. All right. Who's Angelique? Let's see here. Angelique. For you, I'm going with the Work Your Light Oracle. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Angelique. What does Angelique need to hear this morning? All right, my dear. I don't know the first one, but either of those two, unless you're going to that. Okay, Amanda, no problemo. The first one was the the star seed, and then the other one is work your light. But, okay. Angelique. So, Angelique, my dear, your card is the Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Your ancestors stand behind you. You are already very aware of this. You know that your ancestors are there. You know that they're guiding you and supporting you. And they're always making sure that you receive the messages that you need. But I think that this is more of not a reminder, but a reassurance for you. So I'm not sure what's going on. Or if maybe you've been questioning whether or not they're actually there, or, helping you, guiding you or not, but they want you to know that they are for sure. You know that they're there. Don't question it. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean that they've disappeared on you. But also know that these next few steps that you're taking forward in your life, on your journey, that essentially their hand is on your shoulder. Like, they are walking with you and supporting you and loving you unconditionally. And they want to reassure you that you know what choices to make. You know what you're meant to be doing, where you're meant to be. And as you take those steps forward, they're there with you. They're not telling you what to do because you already know. You already know what you need to be doing. So this is your reassurance, essentially, that they are there. They are guiding you. They have not left. They didn't disappear. Your ancestors and your guides, angels, archangels, all of them are still surrounding you and supporting you and guiding you on this journey. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Let me know. I'm going to get some more tea. Also, guys, I don't know if you've seen this. I totally stole my mom's mug, but I love it because it's like, see this little guy? He's got the universe like all inside of him. And we're not hustling. We are aligning with who we are, who we're meant to be, and, going where we are meant to go as a fully aligned being. Oh, I got some dust. Anywho. Okay. Been a bit of a frenzy lately. Kind of chilled on my journey. Okay. So, Angelique, it's okay to chill. It's okay to take a break, take a breather, and realign yourself. That's totally fine. You are doing what is best for you. Just know that while you're doing that, your guides are still there. Okay? They're still, your ancestors are still supporting your decisions, essentially, and are going to still be there when you're ready to start moving again. Hold on, sorry, I just got like a pop-up there. No, stop it. Okay, sorry, my antivirus software just like popped up and was like, we're gonna do a scan right now, which, I mean, I guess is a good thing. Hi, Sheila. Okay, good morning, Lori. How are you? Okay, Lori, I will add you to the list. Okay. All right. Does that make sense, Angelique? Like, they're still there. They're supporting that you are taking a break, but they're also supporting you as you continue your journey. And it's really a reassurance for you just to know that they didn't disappear just because you're not actively working on your spiritual goals. Does that make sense? You're welcome, Angelique. Okay. All right. Next is Sheila Bennett Campbell. Are you still here, Sheila? I got two Sheilas now. Okay. This is Sheila Bennett Campbell. Let's see here. Okay, Sheila, for you, my dear, I am pulling from the Saints and Angels. Ooh, unless you have a preference. Did you have a preference? I didn't see it. Whatever. Okay, yeah. So we have the Saints and Angels. I call it my fancy deck because it has like the gold gilding on the edges. So it's fancy. I'm not super fancy, so this works. All right, let's see what we've got. What does Sheila need to hear? This one. Okay. So this is not my favorite card. It's not a bad card. It's a good card, but I like junk food. So healthful eating, Saint Raphael, the Archangel. So what I'm getting from this is essentially just continue to take care of your body and continue to take care of yourself, not only through rest, not only through like face masks and bubble baths, which we all love, but also by eating healthy foods, drinking lots of water, and remembering that your body needs proper nourishment for you to continue to grow, not only physically, but, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And it affects every aspect of our beings. So, pretty simple, just healthful eating. Yep. I'm just big reminder just to continue to take care of yourself and do what is right for your body, as it is your temple. So something funny that a lot of people say, oh, your body is your temple. Why would you get tattoos, or why would you eat a cheeseburger, or why would you whatever? And I just want to say it's your temple. So decorate it as you so choose. Fill it with whatever gives you joy. And life is short. So although you should still take care of yourself and nourish your temple, nourish your body the way that it needs with healthy foods, just because they're healthy doesn't mean they have to be boring. You don't have to eat like a rabbit. You don't have to only eat salads and carrots and things like that. You can still have healthy, delicious foods. So when I was in Sedona for 4 or 5 days, I went on a spiritual retreat, and there was like no meat. It was all vegetarian / vegan, excuse me. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was kind of freaking out about it beforehand. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna starve. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be terrible. I'm only gonna have salad the whole time. I was wrong. I was 100% wrong. All of the food was delicious. Everything was amazing. And if I didn't know that it was all vegetarian / vegan, whatever, I would have had no idea. I would have just been living it up, eating all this amazing food. So although they are reminding you to eat healthy, that doesn't necessarily mean just like salads and carrots and whatnot. You can eat whatever brings you joy. So healthful. And I feel like you're already a pretty healthy person. This is more along the lines of just continuing to take care of your body and make sure that you're receiving all the nutrition that you need. So even like if let's say you're doing a keto diet or whatever, you may be eating healthy and taking care of yourself in that way, but you also want to make sure that as you're doing that you're still receiving all of the nutrients that you need in the right amounts. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But that's mostly what I'm getting from this one. So just take care of yourself, nourish your body, and be happy. So that is the card for you, my dear. I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates. Okay, let's see. Doing much better. Okay. Oh, wow. Pescatarian / vegetarian. That's awesome. Let's be added to the list. Okay, awesome. Dory, I will add you to the list. Okay, does that make sense, Sheila? I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Okay. Next is Elena. Elena, are you still here, my dear? Okay. Perfect. Oh, the nose itches. Sorry, guys. All right, Elena. There you are. Okay. Elena, for you this morning, we're going to go with the Starseed Oracle. Oops, dropping stuff. Okay, Elena. What does Elena need to hear this morning? Ooh, this is a fun one. All right, Elena. Your card is Star Ancestors. So hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look within yourself. You are already very aware that you are a starseed individual. But good morning, Dion. How are you? Okay, this is really just a reminder for you. I feel like everyone's getting a lot of reminders this morning, not necessarily new information, but really just a reminder that you have a ridiculous amount of knowledge and wisdom within yourself. You just need to access it. And really communicate with your guides more is what I'm getting is like, do you have a pendulum by chance? If not, I would recommend getting one. Yeah. So pendulums, they're mostly for like yes, no questions. Um, they're totally yes, no questions. But if you don't have one, I'm definitely recommending you get one as a way to communicate with your guides a little better. But I'm getting a lot of, sorry, it's the tingling. Sorry, guys. You have the answers. You have this ridiculous amount of wisdom and knowledge within yourself from that you've accumulated essentially over lifetimes, even though they're all kind of congruent and happening all at once, but that's another conversation for another time. Um, yeah, pendulum, my dear. Highly sorry, comments. Yes, perfect with this Pisces moon. Okay. Dion, I'm doing very well. Thank you. And yes, pendulums are awesome. I think they're a really great way to communicate with your guides other than meditation. So, yes, Amanda, you are next. Elena, if you don't have one, I would get one. I don't know where mine is right now, or I'd show you. But just kind of sit with your pendulum once you get one, and ask your guides questions that whatever you're wondering about. I feel like you have some questions for them, and that's a more immediate way of getting responses, essentially. So I'm really feeling that for you right now. But basic gist is you have the answers, you have this knowledge, you have the wisdom. It's just time to really look within yourself. And if you're unsure, your guides are there to help you, your ancestors, spirit, source, angels, etc., whatever you choose to believe in. I'm not here to tell you either which way. But that is what I am getting for you this morning, my dear. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. But again, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. Okay. God. Practicing more with intuition. That works too, Alina. So I recommend pendulums because it's just a more like immediate response. And it just keeps coming to me right now. So if it's not something that you're feeling a connection with right now, if you're not feeling drawn towards it yet, that's okay. Do what feels right, and what works for you. But definitely just continue to look within yourself. If you're questioning, if you're unsure, always ask. They're there to support you, and they want you to know that they are there, if you're ever unsure. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Sorry, guys, intenseness going on. Okay, Dion, you are added to the list, my friend. All right, Amanda, you also wanted Starseed. Okay. Amanda. What does Amanda need to hear this morning? It's this one. I know it's this one. Okay. All right, Amanda, your card is Cracked Open. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of a little blurry, but rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay. So that being said, you are not at rock bottom right now. So I don't want that to scare you. The fact that it says rock bottom and surrender to the alchemy of life. I think this is more in line with you have previously hit rock bottom. It happened. You were there. It sucked. It's not anybody's favorite place to be, but you've taken steps to come out of that place. And this is really just affirmation, not affirmation. That's not the word I'm looking for. Confirmation that you are on the journey you were meant to be on, and you're doing great. Okay. But I think it's also a matter of understanding that I think you need to open yourself up a little more, open up your heart, and really genuinely be open. A lot of times we say we're open and we're like, oh yeah, I'm here, no matter what, like if anybody ever needs anything or whatever. And we tell ourselves, I love myself and everything's great. And we don't necessarily believe it. We just kind of say it. For you, I think it's a matter of just really reminding yourself that everything is happening for you, even the hard stuff, even when you were rock bottom, everything that has previously occurred that was just like shitty, it happened for you in order for you to get to where you are now. So those guards that you've built, those walls that you've put up, it's time to start knocking them down. It's time to really be open to the people in your life and to yourself, like your genuine self, which is not easy. But hold on, sorry, comments. Oh, you got it. You did get this last time, didn't you? Sorry, I don't always remember the cards that people get, just because there's so many, but also it's just hard to remember. But yeah, I'm really feeling like you've been there, you hit rock bottom, you've come back out, you've taken steps to move forward on your journey, but you're still kind of closed off. You're still kind of trying to control everything. And when things don't go your way, it's like, you know what I mean? We have a tendency to try and micromanage the universe in order to get it to do what we want. But what we want isn't necessarily what we need. So although this is a confirmation for you that you're taking the right steps forward, that you hit rock bottom, you were there, you're out of it, you're doing really well, it's also a reminder essentially for you to open up, to really genuinely open up and understand that everything is happening the way that it's meant to. And you can't micromanage everything. But those walls that you've built, that you've put up, it's really time to start knocking them down. I keep seeing walls being torn down. So that is what I'm getting for you. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Let me know. So again, cracked open. Okay. Let me shuffle this back into the deck before I put it down. All right. Lori, are you still here, Lori? Okay. Awesome, Amanda. It's baby steps, really. We like to, you know, tell people like, hey, take down your walls, be open. It's so easy, but it's not. It's really hard. It's work. And to take down those defenses that we've put up to protect ourselves, it's a very long process, but it's important to just start taking those steps, just baby steps. So one thing at a time. You're doing great. You are honestly making really huge leaps forward as far as from where you were to where you are now. And you should like definitely pat yourself on the back for that 100%. But know that there's always going to be more work to be done, which sounds kind of daunting. Sorry. Okay. Lori. All right. Lori. Okay, Lori, for you, I'm going to be using the Super Attractor deck, which is very much geared towards manifestation and, you know, manifesting the things that you want within your life, even though everything in life is manifested. But this is what we focus on manifesting, essentially, because we unintentionally manifest a lot of things. But this is focused manifestation. Okay. Lori. What does Lori need to hear? No, okay. Cool. Angelique, if you're still here, I don't know if you've noticed, but I keep getting cards thrown at me today. And this time it's not you. All right. All right. So Lori, for you, it is when I am tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So in our society, we have this very like this mindset of never enough. Like we have to hoard things because what if we don't get it again? Or, you know, let me save all this money or save whatever, all these, I don't know, napkins, just in case I don't have enough later, right? And I don't know why I said napkins, guys. Anyways, I'm sorry. I just was seeing like a big stack of like McDonald's napkins, which is so silly. Anyway, does anyone else have like a stash of napkins in their car, or is that just me? Okay, I'm sorry, Lori. I need to take a drink of tea or I'm just going to keep laughing about this. I'm sorry, Lori. I'm a very easily entertained person. So that just cracked me up. Anyways, so when you're tuned into the energy of abundance, from the universe, which is constantly flowing. There is infinite abundance, right? We have this fear that we're not going to have enough, that if we're taking, you know, what is for us, we feel like we're taking it from someone else, and that's not the case. And we get very caught up on, you know, well, if I take all this, or if I accept this abundance, if I accept this prosperity, these gifts, these blessings, then, you know, someone else who really needs them isn't getting it, right? And that's not the case at all whatsoever. Yes, Dory, Chick-fil-A does have the best car napkins. But Lori, for you, my dear, what I'm getting in particular is to just really tap into that infinite abundance, to accept that everything that is meant for you is going to come to you, but understand that it is not always what we want. Okay? We will always receive what we need, but it may not be what we thought we needed. It was what we wanted, right? Have you heard the song? I don't know why this just popped in my head. I haven't heard it in forever. It's a song by Garth Brooks. It's a country song. I don't know if you listen to country or not, but it's called Unanswered Prayers. And basically what it comes down to is he's, you know, just thanking God for not answering prayers that he previously had, like not giving him the things he thought he wanted because they weren't actually what he needed or what was best for him. And that's, I keep hearing that now, and I haven't heard that in forever, but that's what I'm getting from this, is really just to be tapped into that abundance and grateful for those blessings that are coming to you that maybe weren't necessarily what you wanted, but turned out to be exactly what you need. And be open to more of what you need. And again, not necessarily what you want, but what you need, and understand also that by accepting that abundance, by accepting those blessings, by accepting everything that is meant for you, you're not taking away from others. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. But if you haven't heard that song, I recommend listening to it. I know not everybody's a country fan. That's totally fine. But definitely Unanswered Prayers by Garth Brooks. So when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So again, Lori, I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Let me know. Okay. Now, Dory with a D. All right. Okay. And Dory, you wanted the spirit animal oracle, correct? Ooh. Sorry, guys, my crown chakra is just super tingly. It's been like very intense since I was at Angel Valley for my retreat and since I got back. So I'm just kind of getting used to it being more intense than what it was. Okay. All right, Dory, my dear. So you got Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. So not sure what's going on. Not sure what the situation is. I'm feeling this is more in relation to your spiritual journey. Sorry, I just got really itchy. Just heard frankincense. Frankincense. Okay, I'll write that down, Dory. I'm pretty sure I do have that, actually. Okay. Yeah, focusing now. So, Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. I feel like this is in particular to your spiritual journey. And I think you have a pretty good foundation. For the most part, you've done your research, you've looked into stuff, you know what resonates, what is for you and what isn't. But now is time to just solidify that foundation, to really, I don't know how to put this. Words are hard. To really solidify your foundation and trust in the knowledge that you have as you're moving forward. But know that as you're moving forward on your spiritual journey, you are going to continue to learn more and add to your foundation, and to continue to solidify that foundation as you gain more experience. So I'm not sure what you do as far as your spiritual practice is. But I'm definitely meditation. I don't know if you meditate or not, but I'm hearing, well, I'm more feeling, not necessarily hearing, but daily meditation. It doesn't matter what time of day, whatever works for you. But oh my gosh. Okay. But yeah, definitely meditation, and returning to essentially the basics, and solidifying that foundation as you're moving forward. So I don't know if that makes sense, but you have a pretty good foundation. You have the knowledge. You've done, like I said, you've done your research. You know what works for you and what doesn't. I would definitely just say really solidify that foundation. Continue your daily practices, and trust, essentially. Trust yourself, trust your guides, trust that you're doing what you need to be doing, and that as you continue to practice, as you continue to solidify those foundations, the basics, and experience more, you will essentially have more trust for yourself and your path. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Sorry, words are kind of hard. Yeah. Let me know if you need some clarification on that. I will do my best. But essentially, like I said, what I'm getting is really solidify that foundation, go back to basics, focus on your daily practice. And as you have more experiences on your journey, you will begin to trust yourself more and trust that you are on the right path. So again, I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Let me check the comments. Okay. I'm glad you guys are working together. That's awesome, Amanda and Dory. Yay. Teamwork makes the dream work. Sheila, of course I will add you to the list, Sheila. Okay, Lori, every single word of that song. Okay, so that's why it came to me then. Fifth date. What? That's crazy. That's awesome. I will get what I need during this time is reassuring and helpful. Awesome. I'm glad that made sense, Lori. I'm glad it resonated. Yeah, I'm really glad that helped. Okay. You're very welcome, Dory. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now why that song came to me, Lori. I was like, I haven't heard this song in forever. I wonder why it just popped into my head. But now it makes sense. Because they knew that that's what you needed to equate to what was going on. Okay, perfect. All right, Dion. You still here, Dion? All right, Angelique. Let's see how this goes. See if I'm going to get anything thrown at me this time. It's always you and Dion. But this, like today, it's been like everyone else except you. All right, let's see. Dion. Okay. Dion, for you, my friend, we're going with the angels and ancestors. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, Dion. I've kind of lost track of time, but I have had so many cards just kind of thrown and like popped out at me today. And normally that only happens with you and Angelique. But today it's been everybody else. So we'll see. All right. What does Dion need to hear this morning? Okay. Ooh. All right. So, Dion, for you, I got Broken Arrow, Embrace the Energy of Peace. Okay, let me take a sip of tea really quick. Okay. So, Dion, for you, what I'm getting from this card is essentially, how do I, all right, come on, guys. For you, it is very important to really embrace your inner peace, right? In our society, we live lives of very like go, go, go. And if we like all of a sudden have this free time where we are relaxing, we feel like we should be doing more. We feel like there's other things that should be happening. And we don't really embrace that peace. And I don't know your life story. Don't know what's going on. But I feel like maybe you previously had a lot of drama around you. Things were probably very hectic, very like high strung all the time. And right now, I feel like you're in a peaceful stage, a peaceful phase, essentially, where things aren't super high strung, aren't super stressful. You're, being very comfortable and at home within yourself and your environment. And it's like you're waiting for the shoe to drop. You're waiting for the second shoe to drop. Does that make sense? Excuse me. Yeah, you're waiting for the shoe to drop, like something else is going to happen, and you're not really embracing where you're at right now and who you are right now. Like I'm feeling like more. Like there's always something else you want. I don't know how to explain it. It's like there's always something coming. You know what I mean? And you're waiting for that next crazy thing to happen, or for someone to start some kind of drama or something. And I feel like it's important for you right now to just really embrace where you're at right now and live in that peace within yourself, within, your environment, where the people you keep around yourself and your home, and to really live in the moment of that peace. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense, because I'm having a hard time putting things into words right now. But that positive energy, that nurturing energy, that peaceful energy is what you need right now. So kind of like just accept that it's okay to not be hectic and crazy and everything, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that makes sense. Oh, comments. Always something coming. I try not to anticipate the future too much anymore. Perfect. Yeah, I feel like there's always been, it's like very high strung, lots of anticipating things. Um, like I said, waiting for the other shoe to drop. But right now, kind of forget about that other shoe. Forget about everything else. Forget about the crazy. Forget about the hectic. Forget about really worrying and stressing yourself out, and just enjoy where you are at. Enjoy this piece. Enjoy who you are. And just trust that this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You are supposed to be in this peaceful environment. My light just died. Oh well, you guys can still see me. But yeah, so that is your card this morning, my dear. Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. They made that one kind of difficult to get out. Okay. Yeah, pretty much piggybacking off of a previous card. So slow down, enjoy the moment. Yep, see what's already in front of you. Exactly. But not only like what's in front of you, Dion, but within you as well. And I think that was kind of the main point, is really the peace within yourself. Okay. Okay. Sheila. Let me. There we go. If anybody would like to donate, normally our Tuesday, Thursday morning lives are just me, giving the morning message, nothing crazy. But if you would like to donate, you're always more than welcome to. I'm not going to say no. Okay. All right. And Sheila. All right. Sheila Hartson. Are you still here, my dear? Okay. Sheila's going to be my last card, and then I'm going to hop off here. All right. Sheila. Okay, Sheila. All right, for you, my dear, I'm going to be using the Archangel Gabriel Oracle cards. This is my other fancy deck with the gilded edges. All right. Sheila. What does Sheila need to hear this morning? Okay. Oh, my nose itches. Sorry. Okay. All right, Sheila. So your card, my nose itches. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. Is birth. Don't worry, you're not having a baby. That's not what this is. It does say, however, new life, such as a baby, an idea, happy news, or an existing project, blossoms within and around you. For you, don't worry, it's not a baby. But your salon your business is growing, essentially. The So your salon has gone from an idea and is coming into reality, into fruition, and growing, and is going to be extremely prosperous, is really what I'm feeling. Initially, it's going to be kind of difficult. Like, you're not going to have a ton of people right away. But I'm just seeing like this very like full salon, like tons of people, everyone just like chatting and laughing and like just having a good time. And I can just see your smiling face and it makes me so happy. But for you, it's essentially bringing your idea, those concepts, um, to life, essentially. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hope that makes sense. But your idea, your business, your everything is just coming to life. Um, but I don't think that's all. So I don't. Do you have a new business venture that you're thinking of, like that's outside of the salon, that's not necessarily related to doing hair? Um, because I want to tell you, to pursue that idea and to care for it like a seedling. Does that make sense? Like if you had new flowers, you want to make sure they get a bunch of sunlight and water and that they grow and bloom and everything. Um, okay. So I'm not sure what your new idea is, what your new business, your new goal, but I want to tell you to tend to it and to continue nurturing that idea and to watch it bloom. But in the meantime, to enjoy where you're at now and essentially your hair business, your salon, and know that just because one is super successful and blooming does not mean that the other can't be just as equally successful and continue and start to bloom and grow and bloom. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Does that make sense? So I'm not. Yeah. Excuse me. I got like a weird hiccup thing going on. But I just saw this like huge, like this beautiful, like little salon with all these people that just like having a great time, laughing, just enjoying life. And then it was like, obviously, your beautiful smiling face. Um, and then it like a flower, like a seedling in a pot that needs more sunlight and water and to grow and be tended to. Yeah. So just because you have this one super successful line of work and business does not mean that the second idea isn't going to be just as prosperous. Um, and I feel like it might even be more prosperous than the salon. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Let me know if it resonates. I hope it does. Oh, comments. Yay, comments. I hate that comments are so delayed from Facebook, like from when you do the comment to when I see it. There's like such a delay. Then I'm like, I don't know. Okay, but yes, it's foggy. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense why it popped up as like a plant. Perfect. Okay. Good. Yay, you're welcome. And I love you too. I miss you so much. I literally I miss being in Angel Valley with you guys. That was such an awesome time. I'm like ready to go back and do it again. And I would say I would like live there, but I know myself, and if there was a constant heat, tarantulas, scorpions, I don't know if I can do all that. But I would definitely visit regularly. Okay. Awesome. So that was my last individual card for the morning. So I'm going to hop off here. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for dropping in. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. It is always a blessing. I always feel so great afterwards, and being able to help you guys to receive the messages that you need from spirit, source, guides, angels, universal energy, whatever you choose to believe in, is always a really great experience for me. I hope it is for you as well. But I'm going to hop off here now and go have breakfast, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.